Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Dead Talk from Walking Dead Now. This is your host, Viz, with you tonight, welcoming everybody from YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We are broadcasting simultaneously. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, we are going to be going over 5 of, how shall I say it, shocking moments on The Walking Dead. I was very careful not to use the word most shocking or anything like that because I would not be able to narrow that list down to just 5 scenes. So I picked 5 that were definitely shocking and show the progression of the show starting from early on and how the shockers became more intense as we went on throughout the seasons. I will be opening up the phone lines later on if anybody wants to call in. I'm seeing your chats coming in from across all the platforms, so feel free to, send me a message and call in when I open up the phone lines. I look forward to spending the next hour with you guys. Thank you for joining me. So, like I said, we're going to be going over, these 5 different moments. I'm going to start with the earlier seasons because I really want to show you guys the progression of how the producers took us to when we first saw the real first shocking moment, the one that really made us say wow, and how they just got more and more intense as the seasons went on. And now looking back at the earlier shockers that we got, we're like, in a way desensitized to them, because with every new season we keep expecting them to take it to the next level, and for the most part they have not disappointed. They really have been taking the big shockers on to the next level. So I want to get started tonight with the first one that I picked for you guys to watch, and it's an earlier season 1, and I'm not going to talk about it beforehand. We're gonna play a little clip of it, and then afterwards we're gonna talk about it. I'll take your questions, through chat, and like I said, I will be opening up the phone lines after we go through all of the 5 scenes. So, without further delay, here's the first scene. So there you have the first one. They spent the whole first half of season 2 looking for Sophia, and in the mid-season finale, we find out that she has been in the barn as a walker for the majority of that time. And I can honestly say, for me personally, that was the big first shocker that made me say, wow. This show is definitely something special and something different. Because for the first half of season 2, it was pretty slow. There was a lot of character development going on and not a lot of action. But the way they ended the mid-season in season 2 with Shane just losing it on Herschel, for Herschel seeing the walkers as still being able to be cured, and protecting them in the barn for this miracle cure to be created so he could bring them back to being the human beings that they once were. And for Shane to take that drastic action and just lose it and bust open that barn door and have all of them just line up and start taking out all the walkers, and to have Sophia walk out last and everybody was just stunned, and it was Rick that took the initiative and stepped up to the plate, walked up to her, and took her out. So I see a lot of you guys do like that scene. So that was the first one. Now, still on season 2, I wouldn't say this was a shocking scene, but, well, let's just watch.
Sorry, brother.
So there you guys have it, Dale's death. Dale, up until that point, was like the father figure keeping the group together. Rick was the leader, and Dale was sort of like the father figure that people would turn to when they wanted advice, wanted to have a private talk. We saw Glenn and Dale really connect, in the first half of the second season. Glenn was really close to Dale, and the way he was taken out, just out of nowhere like that, and Rick not being able to put him down, and to see Daryl take the gun from Rick's hand, looking into Dale's eyes and saying, "Sorry, brother," and pulling the trigger, and that's where the episode ended. That was phenomenal. That was great. Hey, Frida, I see you waving. I'm waving back. And yeah, that was shocking. It was amazingly shot. It was a great scene. And like with every character, major character's death, I always found myself, well, how is this show going to go on now without, with this person dead? But they always managed to do it. So that brings us to the third scene that I want to show you guys. And this is a very famous scene. Very shocking. For this scene, I'm just going to say before I play it, we all knew this was heading in a disastrous direction. Personally, I did not predict this was going to happen. So here you go.
Don't worry. She'll come back.
Just look at the flowers.
So, I mean, what can you say about that? We knew Lizzie was disturbed, from way back in the prison. She was the one feeding the walkers the rats. And we knew this was going down a very bad road. Something was going to happen bad. She was going to get herself killed, which is probably what the majority of us really thought was going to happen. But when Tyrese and Carol walked up and they see her holding the knife, and she killed her own sister. I mean, I was just not expecting that. I was nowhere near expecting that. And, I'm just speechless. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that just blew me away. We all, like I said, we all knew that something very bad was going to happen with Lizzie and her sister Mika. But to find out that Lizzie killed her sister because, hey, it's okay, she tells him, she's going to come back. And she's going to be around forever. And then to have Carol and Tyrese try to talk her down, because if they had not shown up when they did, she was going to take out Judith next, the baby. And Carol, who I give, the writers credit for the way they wrote this, kept her composure to not freak Lizzie out and to talk her down and say, she can't even walk yet, And Carol doing what she knew had to be done. Lizzie at that point was a liability. She had just killed her sister. She was gonna, most likely, if Carol didn't take her out, she was gonna kill all of them and then herself. Because she believed that being a walker, a zombie, was better than the people that were living. You know, she named them. She gave them all individual names. She saw them as her friends. So, a very disturbed young girl right there. And there's really, I mean, the words are just can't come to me to describe the sequence of events properly. So let's go on to our fourth scene here. Now this was an amazing scene and I loved it. Okay, so here we go.
What the hell are you gonna do now, sport? He's mine. Please.
All right. So there are a lot of badass Rick moments in his 9+ seasons on The Walking Dead. And it's impossible to put him in any kind of order. But that one right there, again, I did not see that coming. And it just shows you like what a father would do when his son is in danger right in front of his eyes. You know, the guy had him in a bear hug, and he tells him, well, what are you going to do now, sport? Well, he showed him what he could do now. He bit his jugular out and spit it out. He dropped, and he turns to Michonne about the guy who's holding Carl, and he tells Michonne, I've got this one. And he walks up to that guy, and he guts him. You know, from stomach to neck, guts him. And then they don't show us this, but you can hear as Michonne is holding Carl, even if after the guy is dead, you can hear Rick repeatedly stabbing him over and over and over again. Creator says he went zombie flat on his ass. Hell yeah, I love Rick. I agree with you there, Creative Costumes. So I'm looking at your guys' comments. I know we have everybody from all over the world in the house. I am looking at them as they're coming in. Anton Wright, Rick was a badass, but he was never really a great fighter. He got his ass kicked almost every fight he was in. The one fight, several fights, he did get his ass kicked. The governor was about to kill him if Michonne had not stepped in. Daryl got the best of him in, a lot of the fights that they had. Hey, Muro. So, I kind of agree with you, Anton. Rick was a bona fide badass. As far as one-on-one, hand-to-hand combat, average. But that's not what makes his character so great. He's not like some special ops CIA agent that has training, on how to kill you with just using his pinky. That's not the point of his character. The point of Rick's character is the rage that drives him. He, throughout his progression on the show, we saw him evolve, to somebody who woke up in a hospital, didn't know what the hell was going on. And when he meets up with Glenn, in Atlanta, and how hesitant he was to chop up that walker so they can, spill their blood guts on them so they can walk out with the walkers not sensing them. He couldn't do it. He could not kill. The walker was already taken out, but he could not bring himself to chop him up. That's when he stopped and he pulled out his wallet just to see who his name was. And he was a truck driver, I believe. But yeah, the progression that the character takes is amazing. The way he wrote him and the way Andrew Lincoln played Rick was phenomenal. And the one instance in the 9 seasons that Rick was on the show, the thing that really, really changed him was the crap that went down in Terminus. Okay? That made him lose trust in everybody that he did not already know and consider family. Okay? So that's what I consider, Rick's path on this show. So the final scene, and I actually just touched on it just a few minutes ago. So let's just go ahead and watch it. Now, I just want to say before I play this, I'm a lifelong horror fan. I've been watching horror movies since I was 5 years old. So I'm very desensitized to the blood and the gore that you see in horror movies and all that. It doesn't faze me in the slightest anymore. But watching this scene that I'm about to show you, a big part of me really wanted to turn away. So here it is. So yeah, Daryl's reaction, he couldn't look. He just turned away, and you could tell, he's like, holy shit. But Rick just stared it down. He did not look away. Again, what makes him a badass. When he saw what those people in Terminus were doing, luring people in for food, that scene was scary, Anton. It was scary, and like I said, me being a lifelong horror fan, watching thousands and thousands of horror movies and seeing all kinds of blood, gore, that doesn't faze me. It's the psychological effect that these scenes have on you that really, I mean, that sequence of events at Terminus and Rick looking at Garrett and promising him that he is going to kill him, and even telling him how with a red machete that he has buried in the woods, and to see that actually come true in the church was amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the number for anybody that wants to call in. I do have the lines open. You guys can call in. It's just a phone call. It's not a video call. You can use your phone if you're in the United States. Don't worry about it. If you are outside the United States and you want to call us, the call is completely free if you use Skype. So the number is 718-509-9270. So anybody out there that wants to call in, talk to me, get your voice heard on this stream, feel free to do so. I am taking calls. Or you guys can keep sending in those chats. Okay. Creative Costume writes, cannibalism is definitely scary. Like, it could be true. That yeah, that's what this show tries to portray. How does the apocalypse, the world going to hell, affect humanity and affect every individual person, and shows them what they're really truly capable of doing when all rules just go out the window. Z-Man says he keeps his promises, and he does, and that's exactly what he tells Garrett right before he chops him up. He's like, I have a promise to keep to you. Right before he slices him up. Green Bay writes, I love the Walking Dead shows. Awesome. We all love the Walking Dead shows. We all agree with you. Romy, hola. Welcome. Welcome to Walking Dead Now, Dead Talk. So keep those comments coming in, guys. Like I said, the number is right there. Anybody wants to call, feel free to do so. And we can discuss the scenes that I just put up. And there are so many more scenes out there. I could have literally done hours of, shockers that we have seen on The Walking Dead. And like I said, those were not my top 5 or the best 5. They're just, 5 that I truly enjoyed. I can't put them in order. If you were to ask me what's my favorite scene from The Walking Dead, I probably would not be able to answer. Anton again writes, do you think Beta will survive the finale? I hope he does, as I'm very interested in his character. I'm sorry to say, Anton, but it's pretty much sealed that Beta is going to die. He's absolutely going to die. Even the actor who plays Beta has hinted as much. He dies in the comic books. The actor has hinted at it. There is no way that Beta is going to survive the finale. Odd Smeller, right? What's your best Walking Dead season? I agree with Green Bay. Season 8, All Out War, is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites, absolutely. Just from the premiere, it was just, it went from 0 to 60 within like 5 seconds. I love Season 8. I love the whole prison storyline, the governor. Season 7 was great. It was just hard to watch how, evil Negan was, the character that he was playing at that point and how evil he was. That was a little hard to watch. But once it got into All Out War in Season 8, it was amazing. Z-Man writes, I watch The Walking Dead over every time there's a new season on Netflix. Yep. I love watching the reruns as well. Beta is crazy, Green Bay. Alpha, we learned that right after Alpha died, she was the one person that was actually keeping him in check. And once she left and was gone, his psychoness just completely took over. Yeah, I'm cool. Anybody call. Yeah, people are asking if they can call. That's why I have the number up. I got this number particularly just so you guys can call and talk to me on the air. So go ahead. Anybody wants to call, the number is 718-509-9270. In the U.S., it's free, using your mobile, landline, whatever you want. If you're international, you can use Skype, and the call is free. So you're right, if Beta dies in the finale, wouldn't that be earlier? No, it would not be earlier than the comics. Beta dies in the hands of Aaron in the comics. Aaron kills Beta in this next episode that we're going to see in the comic books, as well as on the TV show. It's Aaron that kills Beta. Right at the same time. Yeah, Negan was badass. No doubt about it, Green Bay. So I like badass Negan, his little cocky a-hole ways. I love his character arc, and I love the Negan now, where he actually shows us that he is a human being. I've said over and over again, Negan is not a psychopath. He never was. The governor was a psychopath. The governor lacked any kind of remorse. He lacked any kind of emotions. He was probably like that before the apocalypse. Negan is not a psychopath. He had feelings, and we're finding out that the reason he became the Negan of the Saviors is, the death of his wife just completely effed him up, completely. And the way he dealt with it was to become the Negan that we met in Season 7. All right, we've got a call coming in, so let me go ahead and answer this. Hello, you are on Dead Talk. What is on your mind tonight?
Hey, what's up, John? It's Derek.
Hey, Derek, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, actually.
Good. So what's on your mind tonight, Derek?
I don't know.
We're just discussing those shocking scenes. I don't know if you got to see them. What's your favorite?
I just like, is it like character-wise or?
No, not character-wise.
Just out of the whole show.
The scenes that I played, I picked 5 random scenes that were shockers. The Sophia coming out of the barn, Dale getting bit by the walker, and then Daryl having to put him down. Lizzie, the look at the flowers girl that Carol had to put down. Rick biting the throat of that marauder, and then going after the guy who was holding Carl and basically slicing him from sternum all the way up to the neck. And the terminus scene where they're all tied up in front of that tub, and the guy knocks him out with a bat and slits his throat. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but that in the scene that I played in Terminus, that first guy that got whacked with the bat and got his throat slit. If any of you guys watch Gotham, that's the actor who plays Penguin. So just putting that out there if you guys didn't know that, you know? So Derek, you know, which is your moment on The Walking Dead that just stands out the most?
Honestly, I would have to say the Terminus scene.
Yeah.
I was not, whenever they walked in there, I was not expecting to see bodies getting cut up and sawed off, you know, slitting people's throats, hitting them with bats. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, neither was I. I mean, we all had a feeling they spent like a good 6 episodes leading up to Terminus, everybody going along those train tracks, thinking they're going to their next safe haven where they're going to be safe. And they go in there, and before you know it, they find out that, they were lured there just so they can be dinner for those guys. And the way they did it was so, you know, they had a system. You know, they had a system that was perfected. Bring the people in, capture them, you know, line them up, slaughter them. They were basically cows, the way we treat cows, you know, and meat processing plants. And line them up.
Just so they can eat.
Yeah, exactly. Line them up, bring them in, line them up, kill them, cut them up, and there's dinner. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just absolutely nuts. It's definitely, you know, one of the biggest shocking moments for me. Like I said, I can't say which is the best for me, but it's definitely up there. So anyway, Derek, thank you for calling in tonight. And
all right, man.
We hope to see you call back again soon. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so that was our call. If anybody else has any more, if anybody else wants to call in, you're more than welcome to. Just looking at the chats. I'm just looking at what you guys are writing back and forth to each other. And then Anton writes, good system until they were effing with the wrong people, which is exactly what Rick says in the when they're in that train cart. You know, he turns to the group and he says, they just made a big mistake. And everybody's like, why? Because they're effing with the wrong people. And the role that Carol played, you know, at that point, if you guys remember, Rick had to exile Carol because Tyrese was out for blood, who, you know, for whoever killed his girlfriend. I believe her name was Mary. Don't quote me on that. But Rick finds out that it was Carol. You know, they were sick with the flu or something that was taking them out. And it was a danger. And Carol took it upon herself to try to put an end to the pandemic that was taking over the prison. And she ended up killing Tyrese's girlfriend because she was sick. Killed her, brought her out, and burned her. And Tyrese found her. And Tyrese was really pressuring Rick to find out, you know, who did it. Rick finds out it was Carol, and he had to exile her. And the prison falls while Carol's away, falls to the governor. And then Carol stumbles upon them being, you know, kidnapped at Terminus, and she comes in and saves the day. That was one of Carol's really most badass moments. She has so many, but that was, she saved all their lives. Hey, Brazil. Brazil's in the house. Like I said, we are multi-streaming across YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter tonight. The chats are coming in. I see what you guys are writing. The phone lines are open at 718-509-9270. If you guys want to talk on the phone like Derek, who just called in, you're free to do so. If not, just keep your questions or comments coming in through the chats. We'll talk about them, try to get some questions answered, share our theories and opinions. Let me put up a little slideshow that I have up here for you guys. Anton writes, whenever Carol was gone, the group seemed to get captured. You know, that's right. It's true. Whenever Carol was not on the show, it does seem like things went to hell. The prison falling with the governor. And also, if you remember, Carol had left the group when the whole Negan thing happened in season 7, episode 1. You know, she was not with them. She left, you know. She didn't want to be around people anymore. So you're right, Anton. When Carol's been out of the groups, you know, out of the picture, a lot of bad stuff happens. Hey, Monica. Glad you can join us. I see you with that smiley emoji. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We're here to pass the time on a Friday night talking about The Walking Dead as we wait for the season finale, whenever that may air. There's not a lot of news coming out from AMC or The Walking Dead show itself. They're being pretty tight-lipped. They're not letting us know how far along they are in the editing process to get the finale out to us. Not even the actors themselves know. I don't think the actors or the cast and crew are going to find out till maybe slightly before we do on when this finale is actually going to air. Basically, it's caught up in the... maybe this can give us a hint, but from what's been said, they're working on the visual effects of the finale. Obviously, shooting is done. You know, sound editing is all done. The only thing that's left that is delaying it is the visual effects, which begs the question, like, wow, what kind of effects are they really going to put in this finale? You know what I mean? What can we expect? You know, for them to have to shut down, you know. And I would have thought that they would have had the finale wrapped up and ready for airing, you know, well before this coronavirus pandemic hit us. But apparently it was something big. And personally, you know, I just make fan videos, which is something I love to do. But I also, you know, do appreciate those editors and the amount of work that goes in. You know, just a 2-minute video or a 1-second sequence can sometimes take days to put together. So I appreciate all the hard work that those guys do just to make that show great for us. And they want it to be perfect. You know what I mean? They don't want to just give us a half-assed show rushed just so they can get it out there. So, you know, you can either hate that decision or love it. Would you settle for a crappy so-so finale, but as long as you got it on time? Or would you rather wait for them to really get it perfect and for us to all be satisfied with what we see? What do you guys prefer? Z-Man, you have to go to bed. You got work in the morning. All right, Z-Man, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you in future broadcasts. I try to do this every day, usually after the 9 p.m. hour on the East Coast is when I, you know, try to do this show. So thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you on here again soon. And we all hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. For a lot of us, we're stuck in a quarantine situation. A lot of us are out of work. The kids have no school, which I'm sure they don't mind. So, weird times we're living in. All right, Anton agrees that yeah, I agree with you, Anton. I want to see, you know, a finale that they are satisfied with. I don't want some half-assed show. I want to see them put out something that is how they wanted it to be. Hi, Tiger. Waving back at you. Tigers363 is with us on Instagram. Hello, Dark Goddess01. We do have a large gathering today. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I'm getting these episodes and all of my video edits onto my new podcast, which is called Stay Walking. So if you guys are into podcasts, ours just got approved by Apple a couple of days ago. It will have all our videos, our video edits, our Dead Talk sessions that we're doing now, and it's going to be updated daily. I have so many videos. I'm about 80% done uploading all of them. I should be done hopefully by tomorrow. What's up, Kosk? What's up, man? So yeah, going back to that podcast thing, it's called Stay Walking. You could find it on your favorite podcast client, whether that's Apple or whatever. It's Stay Walking. The link is in my any one of my YouTube video descriptions. It's in my YouTube channel's About page. My YouTube is called Walking Dead Now. The direct address to get to my YouTube page, if on the web, you can just go to twdnow.com. If you're in YouTube, just search for Walking Dead Now. If you still can't find me, I use some special hashtags, like hashtag Stay Walking, and my videos will definitely show up. And you guys can find all the necessary information in the description of any one of my videos. Well, you can call me, Tiger. Let me bring up that number. Tiger, if you want to call into the show, the number is 718-509-9270. We are accepting phone calls. So if you want to be on live with me, if you have a comment or a question or a theory or whatever is on your mind, go ahead and call that number. And, I'm live. Everyone will hear it. So, yeah. Anyone could go live these days. I've got a little special setup, going live to all these social media sites simultaneously. Hello, Paige. And I do it through a PC just so I can hit Instagram, I can hit YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all at the same time. Our fan base our following is really growing. We're well over 105,000 followers throughout all those platforms. We are all about getting, YouTube videos and digital creators videos on The Walking Dead or other horror-related items displayed throughout our social network. We encourage people to submit their videos to us, and you'll get full credit. They'll be displayed on our YouTube page and all of our other social media platforms. So that's what we're all about. We want to bring you guys some great video content. I think I have the best followers in the world, and I love you guys. You guys are loyal. We're all true fans. Hey, Nader. Hello back. How are you doing tonight? Hey, Carlos. We're all here just on a Friday night, just kicking back, man. Just talking, just chatting. Anton writes, do you think Negan will ever find his original Lucille? No. Michonne actually touches on that. They didn't destroy it or anything, but it's like they just left it in the woods somewhere. No. And if you notice, he's not calling his bat Lucille anymore. I don't think we're going to hear him refer to his barbed wire bat as Lucille anymore. That was the Negan from the Saviors, and that's not the Negan we're dealing with anymore today. So as far as the original Lucille, it's gone. It's gone forever. But his new one looks pretty damn identical. Except it's missing a bullet hole that Rosita put in it when she tried to shoot him. What luck, She had a clear shot right at his head, and he happened to have the bat in front of his face. Poor Lucille took the shot for Negan. Hey, Adik. Can you guys hear the music playing in the background? Hey, Patty. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. I have some royalty-free songs playing, but this song sucks. So I'm going to go to the next one. Hey, Anton. Yeah, that song that was playing really sucked ass. That's the first time I ever done that. You know, that's just background music. You know, I didn't want to get in trouble for copyright, so I downloaded a whole bunch of royalty-free music to play in the background. Like over 600 songs just for background music, and so we don't have any dead space or anything like that. It makes the show more interesting too. But I gotta admit, I've been doing, this is my 7th official episode, and yeah, I gotta find the name of that song and get it off the list, because that just flat out sucked. I apologize for making you guys listen to that. So what's going on, Patty? What's up with you tonight, Patty? So we've been talking a lot about The Walking Dead. I mean, The Walking Dead is not the only TV show we watch, you know? I don't know if we have any Homeland fans here, but I saw the series finale of Homeland yesterday. I finally finished it. And like I said, I don't know if any of you guys watch Homeland with Carrie Matheson, Claire Danes playing her, and Saul. And I gotta say, they just wrapped up the whole series after 8 seasons. And I said to myself, that is how you end a series. I mean, I don't know if you guys are into the types of shows like that was about CIA, spy, espionage, Homeland, you know, threats and all that kind of stuff. It's a great show in my opinion, and it officially ended this past Sunday. And the way they ended it, I hope like The Walking Dead gets like an equivalent type ending. An ending that will leave us feeling satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear your guys. What are some of your other favorite shows that you guys watch besides The Walking Dead? I know we're a Walking Dead fan site, but, you know, we don't just watch The Walking Dead. Nader writes, when is the end of The Walking Dead? Well, they've said that it's going to go 12 seasons. Could they change their mind and go longer? Yeah. But for right now, it's going to go at least 12 seasons. So we've still got two more full seasons ahead of us of The Walking Dead. And then we have all the spin-offs. We have the Rick Grimes movies. You know, there is even rumors of Daryl getting his own movie. I don't know how that's going to work out, but there's even rumors about that. The Rick Grimes are a definite thing. It's currently on pause until, you know, we get through this coronavirus pandemic. I love How to Get Away with Murder. I mean, you're my dude. How to Get Away with Murder. I love that show. You know? Annalise Keating. Gimple did debunk the Daryl movie rumor. Good. Okay, good. I have not read that. So thank you for sharing that information with me. Yeah, I didn't believe it anyways, because I'm like, how are they going to do that? In order to make a Daryl only movie, he would have to leave the group. He would have to leave the show somehow. And Norman Reedus says he has no plans of leaving The Walking Dead. He's going to be there till the very end. And he says if they ever do try to kill him off, he's going to burn the set down. He was joking, but he literally said if they ever do try to kill his character Daryl off, he's going to burn the entire Walking Dead set down. Which I thought was pretty funny. Alla writes, The Walking Dead make me insane. Yeah. Oh, you meant the season ending after season 12. I thought you meant the Daryl movie. So, Anton, you're telling me that we don't have an official last season? You know, that season 12 rumor was just that, a rumor, and the show is not going to end after 12 seasons? All right. I hear you. Makes me happy. Kirkman, who's the comic book creator, the whole creator of The Walking Dead, he said that he wants the show to go at least 16 seasons to fully tell the story. It's a boy, right? In season 11 or season 12, it is rumored that Daryl or Carol will get Rick's comic death. Well, Rick's comic book death is he just got shot. He got shot by the Commonwealth. Anton writes again, they said they plan on going for much longer. Good. That makes me very happy. Nader writes, what is talking about how to get away with murder movie? No. How to Get Away with Murder is a TV show. I asked anybody what other TV shows they watch besides The Walking Dead. It's a TV show on Thursday nights on ABC, it's in its 6th and final season. It only has a couple episodes to go before it gets wrapped up. If you're interested in watching it, it is available on Netflix. If you want to do some binge watching, it's a very worthy show. A lot of twists and turns in that one. I don't want to give any spoilers away. I don't know who watches and who doesn't. Prison Break's another good one, Anton. I've been really busy lately, with keeping up with my social media and everything. There's a lot of shows I need to get caught up on my DVR. I love, paranormal genre movies, TV shows, anything paranormal, I will watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I loved Homeland. I love How to Get Away with Murder. So many throughout the years, So I'm watching as these chats are coming in. You guys are great. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. We are approaching the close to that 1 hour limit that Instagram has. Nobody else has that limit, but Instagram has a 1 hour live limit. So we're going to have to be wrapping this up soon. So I want to thank all you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you, Derek, for giving us that call. I want to see you guys start calling in. I want to start taking some live calls, Anton writes, I started watching The Punisher. John Bernthal is amazing in that. Yes, Shane. Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I want to wish you guys a good night. Thank you for watching Dead Talk. We are Walking Dead Now. This is The Viz with you tonight. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Our channel is called Walking Dead Now. You can search for it on YouTube, or you can go through it directly on the web by going to twdnow.com. Go ahead and subscribe. We strive to put out amazing fan videos. You can see all these Dead Talk episodes. They are all archived there. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you'd like. So thank you for joining me tonight. Until next time, guys, stay walking.